Hey homestead family, so I don't know if this video is to help you be an instructional video or if this is an excuse for me to take a break because I'm tired. So we're trying our hand at an in-ground garden bed this next spring. So right now I'm getting the ground prepared for next spring, and I was going to show you what I've done so far. First thing I did was lay down cardboard, and there's cardboard all along here. And then on top of the cardboard I covered, and I've still got to cover this part right here, but I'm covering with compost, and that's from our compost bin. I do have some chicken manure that I mucked the chicken coop with and put under this right here. So it's a layer of cardboard, a good thick layer of compost, and then on top of that I'm covering the compost with at least 3 inches of wood chips. So it's not a big spot. Actually, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 6 by 10 or 12 feet, 6 feet by 12 feet right now. And it's really kind of small as far as garden plots go, but it's a start. And you know, you got to start somewhere. So if you are a wood chipper, people that like to get the free wood chips, the chip drop, or you know someone that you can get free wood chips from, I have a tool that will save your life. So these are the 3 tools that we've used for trying to fill that wheelbarrow with wood chips. So the one in the middle, the pitchfork in the middle, doesn't do much good at all because everything just falls through. You get a good chunk, and unless there's just big chunks in your wood chip pile, that one in the middle is pointless. I've been using this one, this flat end shovel, and it works pretty well as long as you kind of knock the chips down and then you go in and shovel. And I'm trying to do it one-handed right now, hold the camera, but it takes a good amount of effort to get in there to get wood chips. Now you can get a better handleful or shovelful than that, but the one that has saved my life is this mulch fork. And if you'll notice, the tines on this one are much smaller and closer together than the tines on the pitchfork. Let's see if I can do it this way so you can compare the two. My shadow is in the way. All right, this way. There we go. So can you see the difference in the tines of the mulch fork and the pitchfork? This does wonderfully. Let me show you how well this gets in there. And I'm doing this one-handed, but great job. So there's really a lot of things that have happened today that I want to try to update you on the garden. Going to try to make sure we get to it all. Our butternut squash has finally, all of the seeds that we planted have finally come up, every single one of them. As soon as the smallest ones come up, get high enough off the ground, we'll be putting wood chips around the bottom of this bed. Hubby just had to make a trip today to the store, and while he was there I was like, just check out and see what kind of plants they got, because you know, you can never have too many plants. So he bought 6 more cabbages in that one little area that the cabbages haven't grown, just hoping that it works this time. So we have a completely full bed of cabbage right now. Let me turn the camera around. These are the turnips that we planted a couple of weeks ago. They're coming along really nicely. I may have to come through and thin these a little bit, but they're really not doing too poorly. They may be a little more bunched up down there than they are on this end. And then the rutabagas that we planted, they've come up. Do you see that little bitty line of seedlings down there? So that's that bed. And then we've got cauliflower here. I finally got the pineapples transplanted. I'm gonna see how they do out here, but I'm planting them in pots in the event that it just gets too cold, then I can bring them in out of the weather and keep them safe. Here's a tip for your pineapples. These are in the bromeliad family. So if you use bromeliad soil, and that's what I've used in all of these pots, that's what pineapples grow best in. And these have done great in that. So there's your tip for pineapples. And another thing that hubby picked up, Mr. Homestead picked up today, was mini romaine. And they're actually called like a bronze lettuce. So let me show you these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So this is a good behind this lettuce growing here. So when this is all used up, we'll have something else coming along. And I like to do that because it lasts longer. So here's a tip for the lettuce. So he bought 3 small circular pots that had the mini lettuce in them. When I was planting them, I actually noticed that there was more than 1 head of lettuce in each pot. So I got at least, I got 2, I broke it up into 2 heads per pot. So for 3 pots, I got 6 heads of lettuce. And 1 pot actually had 3 in it, but I was trying to break the second and the third one apart, and they just felt like they were a little bit firm and didn't want to separate. So in the event that I might have injured the roots or something, I decided not to separate those. So 3 heads of lettuce in the circular pots, and we got 6 out of them that will grow in the bed. So I call that a win. We actually got our cattle panel that has just been wedged in between these 2 beds for the last several weeks. We finally got it raised up just a little bit and actually nailed to those beds. So this cattle panel will be the same height as those cattle panels down there. And so it's just sort of like I can envision this in the summertime. I just kind of envision sort of a tunnel-like feeling. Once all these cattle panels have something growing over the top of them, it'll just be sort of like a hallway down the middle of the garden. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, we plan to put some roses over this first one, sort of because it's sort of like the entry to the garden. Our cauliflower are coming along nicely in this bed. Those are a little bit behind the others. And then let's look at the garlic. What looks like little sprigs of grass right now is actually the garlic that's coming up. And get these a little bit more stable, and I'll be adding wood chips to this bed as well. Over here are our lovely collards. They're about ready to eat. So we're about ready to start doing something with these. Kind of got this bed weeded out a little bit, and this one down here, getting them ready for, hopefully we have some sugar snaps, I think is what we're going to plant here, or English peas. I'm not sure which one it is, but we'll be putting those in that bed. And then let me show you what we got new today. So my daughter called me earlier this afternoon and she goes, "Mom, what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm outside working in the garden, of course." And she says, she knows I've tried to root, I've tried to root avocados several times, just like buying avocados and taking the seed out and trying to root it, and have not been successful with it. And she's actually tried it as well. And so they were just, I don't know, these got put out on the side of the road, and the guy said he was just trying to get rid of it, that he was bored with it. But we got this avocado tree right there, and then this avocado tree. So we're not quite sure yet where we plan to plant these. I'd kind of like them in this area, but I hear avocados get really, really big. But I just think it would be a cool food area with this is elderberry right here. That's guava, strawberry guava, and bananas, and then we'd have the 2 avocados on each side. But we'll see how that goes, but we're excited about getting them. And then last but not least, another thing that hubby picked up this morning when he got the other plants was more broccoli. Can you ever have too much broccoli? So we got that, and down there what we have of the kohlrabi is doing pretty well. So that bed's doing well. So that's about it for the garden this weekend. We're excited about all the new things that have gone in and what we're gonna get from it. So guys, if you've joined our channel and you enjoy it, please feel free to share it. Share it with others, and we would appreciate it. We appreciate all of you guys for following us and watching us as we've grown from 2 little beds that we started with to what we have now, and it just keeps going and it just keeps going. I don't know when it's going to end. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and don't forget, do your best and watch God do the rest. Gotta water now.